early game playmaking on these side lanes and pivot your playstyle. And I think that he's done a fine job for now, but while his early gank failed, Forlan's looking to find some success in the top lane.
Entry Fragger looking for his first kill as Vert there as well, the flash away, but Thorgren's going to get stunned, and this will be first blood for Team 1 in the top lane.
Forlan
Staying around here, Vert backs off a little bit. Thorgren will spot him out. There's the taunt, and once again, Forlan's just looking for the setup. Crashes on the top side. He'll be looking to try and get towards his top laner to save him, but the stun comes out once again. Crash with the belly bop knocks him back. Thorgren down to half as Vert puts down the Spirit's Refuge. Fenerbahce able to fight this one out as Crash came to the rescue for his top lane. And meanwhile, in the bottom lane, a root lands onto Absolute, and he has to use the heal and the barrier. The ignite ticking. Padden with the final shot gets the spear in the back, and now Redbird's trying to turn it around. He does get the help picks, and will trade 1-for-1 in the bottom lane.
Wow, action happening all across the board, but 4-1 style of play. And looks like Fenerbahce are trying to shut that down.
Thorgren's going to go in, the knockback onto Vert as well. No flash for him and no way of escaping Crash and Thorgren, who will be able to secure the kill. 2-2. Fenerbahce and oNe are even in the early game.
So many ganks happening onto both. It looks like he's trying to steal away this blue buff.
Misses the body slam, the knockback will come out. There is the unleashed power straight onto the base of Crash, and he will get removed from the map by Team 1.
Good utilization of the Shen ultimate there.
See someone out of position, they make the play, and now they're making the play for the Inferno. They secure it, but Padden is not done. The TPs are going to join this fight as they look for the root. Thorgren goes in onto Redbird. He's used the wild growth, but he will be the first to fall. Team 1 just looking to run away. They're accepting what he likes to do. He's the pillar of the team, and he likes to get these ganks off. Flash straight into Crash. Brucer knocked back. The seismic shove will spell his end. Fenerbahce get the kill. Now Forlan's going to try and protect his tower a little bit as he shut down Vert in this split push. In fact, they're going in with the Fate's Call into the Soul Shackles. Vert flashes away, respect, but gets caught in the binding, puts down the Spirit's Refuge. Padden will still get the stacks from this, though, as he looks to dive. The Shen underneath the tower. And 13 minutes in, Padden is
stepping up in this first game.
That's exactly what we wanted to see from them, and Frozen is looking up towards the top side for a little bit more. Stand United is available for Vert as he comes up, not even going to channel it yet, as oNe are going to get dived underneath this tower. There we go. Absolute pops the barrier. Wild Growth used as well. The dive continues. Fenerbahce trying to get what they can out of this fight. They take the tower first. The stun is going to land onto Absolute. Forlan dead. It's a double for Frozen, and oNe are just getting scattered to the winds. A great binding from Japone. 3 kills down. Redbird running away, but I'm not sure he's going to escape today as Fenerbahce collapse from all 4 sides. And they play the early game well. They don't even need to get to the late game. They don't even need to get to team fights because Fenerbahce are routing Team 1.
Beautiful dive once again. Thorgren looking to round out the fight with another kill onto Redbird. Everything going fantastically for the Turkish representatives. This is fantastic.
To join fights when he needed to, and once again he's going towards mid. It's Thorgren and Frozen. It's the dynamic duo trying to catch out Brucer. Thorgren will be able to lock him up with the cat, and he will get the kill. The pillar on which Fenerbahce stands once again helps Frozen in the mid lane. Looking for the flank, they'll knock Thorgren back, but already Absolute's taking the chunk. Redbird there as well. Here come the rest of Fenerbahce. Brucer off towards the side, trying to knock them back. The seismic shove does not connect, and Fenerbahce are just going to continue to roll this forward. However, they are flanked. They get some damage onto Vert, who flashes away. The explosive cast helps them secure the kill, and now the Featherstorm has to come out from Absolute. He flashes. Brucer still on.
They don't want to commit to the Baron, though. They're still eyeing up those picks.
Not quite a Weaver's Wall that locks in Team 1. Forlan's going to jump across the wall and bring Thorgren with him, and now he's caught in the wrong place as Redbird comes across to try and help his jungler. If they can take down Forlan, Fenerbahce can look for that Baron, but they're going for Redbird instead. Absolute pulled off towards the side as Thorgren is that tank, is that shield that Fenerbahce need when the going gets tough and when they're looking.
With the Kalista, with the Gragas, they have everything they could need to shut down that objective.
22 minutes in, they have an 11. What you want to see when you're trying to take an inhibitor, put the wall down, and it opens up so much ground for you.
Love the ultimate there from Frozen. Zones the entire lineup of Team 1 away from the objective. That will be the first inhibitor of the game going in favor of Fenerbahce. They also have the double mountain to add insult to injury. Now they've got their eyes on the rest of the map, but the Barons...
1907, Fenerbahce just closing in on the win. Padden takes a scatter the weak to the base. Here comes the explosive cask as well. The Stand United onto Team 1. But Fenerbahce, 1907, are able to survive for the time being. The inhibitor's still alive here for Team 1. If they can get the engage they want, perhaps they can start to come back into this game. It seems like a monumental task, a mammoth task for them. But Team 1 have come from behind many a time before. Vert locked out towards the side. The inhibitor is He's being pressured by Padden and Japone. A good finding is going to connect, and now we'll see Tholdren stepping up to the front. Already, Redbird is just dead, and Fenerbahce are going to push forward further and further. This will be their second inhibitor. They can just go mid, or perhaps they'll even look to push in this next wave.
Keep your eyes on the bottom lane too. There's a big minion wave stacking up. There's a flash from Tholdren.
And the seismic shove just deleted and demolished. Team 1 lose a man, and now Fenerbahce are going to look for the push. Vert jumps in, but there's just no damage at all from Team 1. 1907 Fenerbahce are looking to clean this up. It will be a clean ace for them as they take down Absolute. They're going for the Nexus Towers, and they're going to be 1-0 up against Team 1.
Very convincing game from 1907 Fenerbahce Esports. 18-4 is the kill score with a 15,000 gold lead to round things out.
And if you're a Turkish fan, this is exactly what you want to see. Fenerbahce clean in the early game, clean in the mid game, and clean as they take down the Nexus to go 1-0 ahead.
So clean, I can see Esports right now though, because yes, you've got this amazing ability to dive onto the backline. You can engage with the Rek'Sai, you then have the follow-up from the Maokai, and you have
early on in the past. Here he goes, burrowing in, looking for the root as well as Vert lands it onto Tholdren, the flash away, but the follow-up flash, and once again, Tholdren might be the first blood target for Team 1.
Ooh, Forlan with the
way has the blast cone. As Crash continues to push up, blast cone into the knockup. Forlan, of course, no flash. We'll have to try and get away, but the silence comes out from the Feral Scream. Trying to get to that first burrow and then looking for the second one. Goes into one. Vert's on his way. The second burrow away. The flash in by Crash, but a great knockback! That is how you do it!
As the game progresses, but Forlan, he has caught out Japone.
Chain of Corruption comes out as well. They're trying to lock him down before he can jump away with the quickness, and they will take him out. Team 1 coming in. Here's the hero's entrance onto Forlan. Brusa has joined the fight. The teleport's joining as well. Tholdren is in that front line as the rest of Team 1 push forward through the 1907 Fenerbahce team. That's going to be a dead choke at that blade. The Brewing King is doing work. Brusa gets taken off towards the side, but here come the kittens. They're on a chase. They want a taste of Frozen. He's going to use the cleanse, but immediately caught up, and Team 1 continue to advance, continue to push, and continue to get kills against 1907 Fenerbahce.
This is the best scenario for Team 1. They want to be fighting at this point in the game. Vert, he comes in with the teleport. We talked about how he can be one of the big carries for his team, and his impact in that fight was phenomenal when you combine the confidence that Forlan showed in that exchange. He was not afraid to go for that 1 versus 3. He was not afraid to go straight into the thick of the opposition because he knew he had Brusa on his back. He knew that Vert would be ready and waiting, but now Vert has been caught out.
And he's dead.
He is indeed dead. That is a 1 squished up Yordle. So 1907 Fenerbahce are worried about that top tier 2 tower, so they're trying to answer.
Forlan engaging onto Japone here, trying to get the quickness out as well. Knock up into the double knockup. He does escape, but here comes the Void Rush for the kill, and they'll get the second knockup. They're just diving Vedius, and Team 1 secure 2. Tholdren will finally nom down on a bit of Zersai as the Queen
is there with the damage reduction, and now we might see another fight in the jungle.
Crash looking for that blue buff. We are going to see Brusa and Frozen fight up towards the top side. There is a Valkyrie. Crash gets locked up, taunted down by the Shield of Durand. He's going to get to a blast cone. Will use it, but Vert's already flashed the wall, and now actually Vert is on the wrong side of this. He will take down Crash and escape. The tree is 210
home. Now Team 1 Esports, they've made their way towards the mid. They're going for the engage.
Engage with the charm. Here's the hero's entrance as Absolute jumps out of the back, but Frozen dives all the way in with that Valkyrie. Crash has already crashed and burned in this fight as Forlan looks to go aggressive. They need to be cautious because Frozen is on the backside of this, and he's got a lot of damage on that Corki. The lockdown onto Vert. Japone knocked up another kill. A great double taunt with the shield. Tholdren in that front line. He's already got 1. Brusa killed. Vert jumps in. Still, Frozen off towards the side. Tholdren will fall. It's a double for Absolute. Team 1 keep going. They keep pushing forward. They cannot quite get the final 2 members, but Team 1 take the fight, and they're looking. Forlan dives in, says goodbye, and Team 1 are not done. Fenerbahce scattered to the winds as Absolute chases down Padden, but Padden can't do it. Team 1 get the ace.
Team 1 get the fantastic team fight. We don't actually have enough to kill the Varus, and he's just going to keep picking up kills.
Yeah, Tholdren caught out polymorphed, and he's not going to be able to escape from Team 1. 13 kills to 5. Now a 4,000 gold lead has been extended. Team 1 need to be respectful of what Fenerbahce can do, but they don't care at the moment as they jump onto Frozen. They get the flank. There's Japone now caught out. Here's the hero's entrance. Absolute still alive. That's a dead Ricard. on. He gets melted, and now Team One will turn their eyes towards the Baron.
Beautiful pick from Team One. Forlan using that confidence once again, gaining control over the top side of 1907 Fenerbahce's jungle, waiting for the pick, using the tremor sense to catch that carry out of position. And now 1907 Fenerbahce, they want to try and steal the Baron. I don't know if Crash can get there in time.
Flashes in, he does not get it. Forlan secures, and he can spam laugh all he wants because he is laughing all the way to the bank. The root lands onto Thordrin as 1907 and Fenerbahce are running for the hills. Redbird will get the root. There's the double for Forlan. 17 to kills to 5. Team One are looking dominant. Same them from game one where they got just demolished, deconstructed almost by 1907 and Fenerbahce. Team One now stepping up and saying, look, we can give as good as we get. Taking their first inhibitor of the game. They laid out the map. They are painting by numbers, and they will get their second inhibitor tower. Looking for the inhibitors. Bert jumps in. He just wants to be the front line. The Barrel Scream into Redemption to heal him back up. Chain of Corruption doesn't quite connect. The Team One happy just to slowly eke out the base of 1907 Fenerbahce.
Now making their way towards the middle lane. 5 members versus 5 members. The deficit is so big, 1907, they're going for the engage.
Japone tries to get the charm in, but knocked back. There's the Mikuro Scimitar as well, used from Absolute, and he is able to open up the big guns on the back of this fight. Absolute is legendary, as I'm sure our Team One in this game. They get the 1 kill, and now they can look for a little bit more. Absolute pushing forward, knocked up, but what can Fenerbahce do in the face of so much hate coming out from Absolute? He is demolishing them, and he is looking for those Nexus towers.
Team One looking so convincing in game 2 off the back of Absolute and the whole team working together. They're going to get the game back, and they're going for another fight.
A final engage from 1907 Fenerbahce, but Brucer does not care. He steps forward. The Valkyrie comes out. That's the package used. We are going to see Forlan fall, but he's got the GA to come back. Absolute actually called out towards the back. He has the flash. Frozen still doing a lot of work, but the Nexus Towers are down. But still, Absolute is just pounding away on this backline. He will kill Thordrin. He will kill Japone. Patton jumps in and will perhaps be able to hold this one for the time being. Brucer comes up with a mighty triple at the end. Patton with a triple of his own, but Patton has to turn back and stop these minions from winning the game for Team One.
So Patton actually keeps...
Brucer is not with them, but does have the hero's entrance to join up if needed. Thordrin's now the one to try and re-engage onto Vert, gets the Barrel Scream off, the knockup does not connect, the secondary one does. There's the wild growth, but already Vert is low. Here's the hero's entrance as well, trying to keep him alive. Japone down now, it's a 4v5 in favor of Team One. Look at Absolute, it's a double, he's looking for even more, gets the triple onto Thordrin as they continue to push forward. And now Frozen and Patton have to do something incredibly good. Patton manages to take out Redbird down towards the bottom side, but I think Team One just want to go for the Nexus. Frozen's still there. Absolute will go low. Frozen just needs to land an empowered Sheen Block. Patton comes off towards the back of it. Absolute gets some damage down on towards the Nexus. There gets the kill on towards Frozen, and now Patton forced off towards the bottom of the fight. This will be the win. This will be the Nexus for Team One, and they equalize the series 1-1.
This time, we are yet to see him bring it out, but they're gonna bring out the Olaf.
Sejuani top Vedius.
No, I think it's Olaf top.
I think it's Olaf jungle. Here he's gone a little bit aggressively. And Forlan will get the chase off, but Crash can barrel away. Vert in. There is the flash. Vert's going to follow this up. Forlan has ghosted, looking for the chase. There's the stun. Crash might be caught out for first blood. And once again, Team One secure first blood in the top lane.
And just as we were talking about
Forlan's on his way down as well. There comes the jump in from Absolute as they look for Patton, trying to get concussive blows off. He has gone invis. They're going to Japone instead. There's the stun as he flashes under the tower, and the heal is used as well.
A lot of summoner spells, but here comes the LeBlanc. He's on the back end.
Marth is right off towards the side of this fight and will take down Japone. The bottom side, the teleport is going to come in from Vert as Redbird goes in onto Patton. He's gone invis, but they're still looking for this kill. Glacial Prism will connect, and Japone is going to be the sacrifice as Patton escapes. Team One, couple of matches. Has worked out for them at times. Ghost has been used here by Forlan as Vert flashes in. There's the stun. Thordrin not near Mega yet, has to flash away. Forlan looking for the chase, and Thordrin is dead to Team One.
Thordrin holding on to his flash a little bit.
And Patton steps forward a little bit too much. Marth jumps in there. The chains, double chain gonna land. The barrier will be enough to root him up. Marth underneath the tower looking for the kill, but can't quite get it. Patton flashes away and Crash reacts. Fenerbahce able to get the kill. The knockback onto Forlan. Redbird's on his way to trouble. Teleports will utilize this Baron to great effect. Crash in the wings, waiting for his opportunity to jump in, but he's knocked back. 1,000 HP. The Baron goes down to Team One. They jump out the back. They'll sacrifice Forlan, but 4 members will get away with that Baron.
again in game 3, and now they're grouping up bot, and they're looking for a fight.
Knockback onto Redbird. Crash will get stunned up with concussive blows. He's down to half. Japone trying to keep him alive. He will survive for the time being. As now Padden just opens up that spray and pray. Marth jumps in to get the kill on Crash. And that is exactly what you want in your aggressive mid lane.
The enemy mid laner is snowballing. You can still have value as Frozen now getting collapsed upon.
Marth trying to get the damage down. Here comes Fordham running in with the Ragnarok as he tries to roll over Frozen, and that will be a dead Syndra. The unleashed power not enough to take down the...
Very quick response from 1907 Fenerbahce, and then Team One respond themselves.
Absolute, and Redbird just sitting in the mid lane. We said we wanted to see Marth and Forlan be aggressive, and because they are aggressive, Absolute and Redbird able to get a trade-off. Bird is just trading straight into Tholdren here. Tholdren's meant to be the rock of this team, and he's getting collapsed upon. He's getting taken out by Team One, and Tholdren, when your foundations collapse, your team collapses. Fenerbahce needed him to be solid. Once again, is at that front line. He's getting collapsed on by Team One. There's the Glacier Fisher. Absolute is going to jump forward as well. Bert looking for the flank, the knockback onto Frozen. Crash down to half, but he's surviving for the time being. Bert runs in with a Righteous Glory. That's a quick pig, and Crash goes down so low, but manages to survive, and now Bert is knocked back. Forlan from the side, but Bert will be the first to fall. Marth is in the bottom lane. There were 3,000 behind, and catches like this is what could win them the game. Bert caught out by Crash and by Frozen, but Forlan is looking for the chase in here. Marth is on his way up. Here comes the TP, and Forlan's overextended and knocked back onto Bert as he jumps across the wall. But Japone's going to flash forward. Absolute's still alive. Japone as well, but here comes Marth from the backside. Can't quite kill the Janna. Tholdren's looking for the chase onto Bert. Team One still running away. They have to escape. Crash has a flank, but instead they're just going to go for the bound.
The jungler is dead. There is no smite on Team One. They go for this risky play, and they're not prepared to answer the aggression from 1907 Fenerbahce. Let's see if Marth can stop this.
Marth jumps in onto Frozen, the root lands, but there's the cleanse. Absolute dodging around the side. There's the Baron, goes down to Fenerbahce as they look to engage onto Marth, and Absolute the flash away. The Buster is great. And Absolute and Marth will be able to survive the knockback, the scatter the weak. Marth jumps. The teleport in by Bert. They're looking for the flank. Forlan going in with the Righteous Glory. Marth down to half. The Unleashed Power does not take him out. Here comes the counter TP from Tholdren, and now Team One have to decide. Do we dive? Do we go in? Do we risk our lives in this final fight? They say yes. They go for Padden, but Forlan is already dead, as is Bert. 2 members of Team One down, and 1907 Fenerbahce are able to get the kills.
Team One a little uncoordinated
build as well, only sitting half an item away. Fenerbahce will break the base, and that inhibitor as well. Will they go for more is the big question. It looks like they are resolved to back away for the time being. Padden.
Here he goes.
On to Absolute. He's the team fighting god, but Redbird puts up the wall and says, "You shall not pass." He flashes away. The Glacial Fisher will knock out Padden, and Absolute and Redbird will not quite survive as he gets taken out at the end. Team fight god, he's the carry for this team. Forlan is shredded down. He dodges the Glacial Prisoner. Padden is a god. Goes unstoppable, kills the Olaf, and he's the second inhibitor tower down. 1907 Fenerbahce with a 8,000 gold lead as well. And Team One just not quite able to capitalize when they...
Onto the LeBlanc. He closed the gap. He got a bit of extra gold. He started making his way back into the game, and then Team One did not choose to continue to put down the pressure. 1907 Fenerbahce will get their second Baron of the game, while Team One will answer with an Elder Dragon. They do have the double ocean. This will still be a strong advantage to get. Question is, can they get out?
Absolute has jumped up, but Redbird is the one that will be targeted down. Marth then jumps around. He will realize that Padden is waiting in the wings. Redbird caught up by Tholdren. Support is definitely going to die. Marth is trying to escape down towards the bottom side. There's the Glacial Prism. Padden dominating. 6-0-3 on this Twitch.
They say they don't care. They will take down this final inhibitor. Now they have their eyes on the Nexus of Team One.
2 towers.
Nexus towers, along with a Team One team standing in the way of that Nexus as they go for another fight.
Once again, onto Crash. They will slow him down, but Tholdren's there. The Nah, that's what you want from your foundation of your team. Padden opens up. He's spraying and he's praying for more kills. It's a double for him. 1907 Fenerbahce will flash in for these kills. Marth forced back to the fountain. Bert forced back to death. And now 1907 Fenerbahce can close out this game. The quadra kill, but Padden, give him his second penta of worlds. He doesn't get it. Japone steals it away. There's a kill secure for you, Vedius, as Fenerbahce secure the Nexus and secure a 2-1 lead. That it is the Aurelian Soul. Now, is going to be Forlan picking up the Rek'Sai as well. So a bit more aggression, a bit stronger in that early game. Team One need to get ahead, need to get that ball rolling, because we've
sacrificing those summoner spells that increases the likelihood of potentially getting dived. So they choose the safe option. They force Forlan out of his jungle. And we talked about how he was one of the players to watch, especially in this game 4, already using his early strength on Rek'Sai to try and get in the face of 1907 Fenerbahce, yet to look, though, for an early gank top.
Going bot instead. Japone caught out with the explosive charge, has to flash away. Padden, the new target, the Ignite comes down, but he's turned back onto Redbird, who uses the heal. And here comes Forlan looking for the knock of the barrier. Instead, they go for Japone. First blood to Forlan, and the second kill as well goes to Absolute. Eventually, Forlan will fall to Padden, using that passive effectively. Frozen's roamed down from that mid lane. Redbird looking to kill himself on the tower. Absolute exhausted, and Frozen's going to get himself a double kill. Actually, manages to secure Absolute at the end.
What looked like a great gank.
To bring this one out, Absolute's going to jump onto Japone. They just want to keep trading. The chain is not going to quite connect. But meanwhile, Forlan is getting chased off by the Voice of Light and the Star Surge. The stun connects, and Forlan's going to try and dodge his way away, but you cannot get away from Aurelion Sol.
Oh, things are looking rough right now as Frozen picks up his...
Even with a little bit of help, then the explosive cast will knock back. The stun still connects onto Marv. He's exhausted. A good shockwave will catch up Frozen and Crash, but the Voice of Light just devours Marv. Meanwhile, Team
and Aurelion Sol are making their way to get a collapse.
Yeah, Forlan did not realize Thorder was in the bush, then flashes over straight into the face of Crash. And boom, slap, Crash gets the kill. That's what Thorder does best. Ganking with Frozen. There we go, Comet of Legend. Marv flashes away. Thorder looking for the engage. The Star Surge connects. The Voice of Light as well. The Shockwave does not. And Marv goes down, but Burt is able to lock Thorder underneath the tower, and it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade. Forlan on his way. Frozen still does a lot of work with that Celestial
against the Brazilian squad.
They give up the first tower, now looking for the second. Fenerbahce with a good amount of damage onto it. The Star Surge onto Vert as well. He's getting taken lower and lower. He will survive. Frozen caught under the tower. Ignite from Redbird. Forlan jumps in, but immediately Fenerbahce collapse, and that is a very dead Rek'Sai. Fenerbahce looking for a 3-tower push off this single Rift held. We said, could they accelerate? Could they take the win? Well, with Thorden and Frozen, they can do anything they damn well please. They're looking for that mid lane inhibitor. They will take it at 16 minutes into this game.
That is absolutely insane. Forlan tries to go in and stop the siege from Fenerbahce. They quickly take the tower, they quickly run up mid, but I don't think we have more time because I think we have another fight.
Redbird caught out by Frozen, flashes away, the explosive cast comes out as well. There's the Voice of Light onto Forlan. Vert looking for the flank, and he might get it. Hits up 3 members of Fenerbahce. He's going to use that Nature's Grasp as well, but Fenerbahce line up, and immediately Padden just gets the damage down from the backline. Frozen dominating 6-0-2, and this is why you're scared.
Fenerbahce sit on an 8,000 gold lead as Thorden may be caught out.
Chasing onto him, the explosive charge won't quite do it, but here comes the Void Rush. Thorden trying to dodge away, but Forlan will be able to take down the bedrock of Fenerbahce as Thorden falls.
We're in a pretty dominant position, and 1907 Fenerbahce found a way back. But now Frozen, if he makes plays like this, allows Team One to come back.
Nature's Grasp comes out, there's the Righteous Story as well. Flash, Shockwave onto Frozen, pull him back, root him down, knock him up, and kill him so quickly. Team One able to collapse. Now Fenerbahce are grouping for this mid lane in here.
Where's Forlan going?
Baron vision?
Not entirely sure what his plan of action here is, because he's going to lose his inhibitor in the middle lane.
Maybe looking for a catch afterwards, if they've accepted that they're going to lose the inhibitor anyway.
Yeah, he could use this as an opportunity
to cast away from his team. Now he needs to work out, can he dodge around? He gets caught with the Bower, the slow. Here comes the TP as Team One decide they need to take this fight. Forlan with the Void Rush jumps across the wall, but he's dead. And that is the jungler down for Team One.
And now the Baron is primed to 1907 Fenerbahce.
You feel if 1907 Fenerbahce get to this Baron, it is the game. The Shockwave comes out, Fenerbahce get it. Now they can look for the push. Thorden looking to jump onto Vert. There's the Cataclysm. The Kiddens come out to try and force them away. Thorden
stage.
And that's another inhibitor tower just gone. Team One unable to respond. 1907 Fenerbahce are just within arm's reach of the top 16 of the group stage of teams like SKT. Doldrin goes in. The root's going to land onto Crash, but Paddon's still alive off towards the side. There's the explosive cast. It knocks back the tree. A good shockwave, but it's just no damage from Marv. And Crash goes in. He engages onto Forlan. That's another kill as Frozen steps forward looking for the damage onto Marv and Absolute. And the Celestia expansion is enough. Absolute gets taken down and Team 1 get destroyed by Fenerbahce.
Massive team fight win. 1907 Fenerbahce with a fantastic overall final game will take them to the top 16.
Superb game by Fenerbahce to close out the series. 3-1, they'll defeat Team 1 and they'll go through to World's Groups.